what's interesting is this is kind of our segment that I asked Nate a question, and he kind of goes off of it. So, Nate, I've kind of pulled up a scenario, and I kind of have like a little statistical thing. I spent like 30 minutes at work. Yes, at work looking this stuff up because you got to dig deep to find some of these stats. And so I was interested in it. I pulled it out, and here it is. The New England Patriots had decided to start Jacoby Brissett instead of their third overall pick, Drake May, for the Week 1 opener. Now, I only went back to 2000. First of all, what do you think about this? How do you feel about them starting Jacoby Brissett? Is it a good move for the Patriots? Is it a smart move that Jerod Mayo is doing? Let me know your thoughts, and then I want to ask you a little something else. So go ahead and let me know what you're thinking about Jacoby and Drake.
You got to also look at it as this is he wants to put this team in position to win. Look at that AFC East. This team is that division, is stacked. You got Aaron Rodgers back, coming off of a season where he missed last year with that torn Achilles. You have Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, who have been the perennial alphas of the AFC East of the last years. And then you have the Miami Dolphins, who are the team that literally, they have all the pieces. Like, they have all the bells and whistles and whatnot, and they've competed and made the playoffs the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Now they just got to put it together. What Jerod is trying to do is still make New England competitor, and you're going into the season trying to win every game. Realistically, you're not going to win every game, but you want to be able to go out there and compete and put yourself in position, because most importantly, you want to make it to the postseason. That's why we play the game to win championships, and the only way you can win a championship is if you make it to the postseason. You want to put yourself in position, and he may not feel at this moment that Drake May is ready to shoulder that responsibility of leading an offense, a Patriot offense that for the last 2 decades has been the cream of the crop. No team has won to more AFC championships than the Patriots. No team has won to more Super Bowls and won more Super Bowls than the Patriots over the last 2 decades. So what they're trying to do ultimately is be able to compete with the likes of the New York Jets, the Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills. And doing that means you need to put somebody that's under center that has experience, and that's Jacoby Brissett.
So I have compiled, I forgot to write it down, so I'm looking it up right now. I have compiled a list from the past 25 years of when a team has drafted a quarterback in the top 3 and they have decided to go with the veteran quarterback as a starter week 1. So as I look up these records, just so I can have it on hand to make a smooth segment, is there anything that you can think of in the past 25 years is when I've gone back, since 2000, when a team has drafted, there's only 3 of them. It's in the past 25 years when a team has drafted a quarterback in the top 3 of the draft, 1, 2, and 3, and they have decided to go with the veteran quarterback to start week 1. Anybody off the top of your head, can you think?
In the last how many years?
Since 2000.
Michael Vick.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, well, let's go with Michael Vick real quick. So in 2001, the Falcons drafted Michael Vick, number 1 overall, and they decided to go with who as their starter, Nate? You remember?
I remember who was the starter at that time. Who's the starter?
So it is Chris Chandler who started. He didn't finish off the season, as we know. And Michael Vick played a little bit. They played about half the season. And we'll see just how good that worked out for the Falcons. Do you know the Falcons' record at the end of the 2001 season?
Was it 8-8?
They went 7-9 and third in the NFC West. They were in the West that time. So the way it looked out for the Falcons then, when starting a veteran over their number 1 overall pick, who they might have should have started at the beginning of the season, it didn't work out very well. Okay, so this is stuff I'm looking at to see how well it will work out for the New England Patriots. Next, can you think anybody? I'll give you a hint. 2003. I'll give you a hint. That's your hint.
2000.
Anybody else?
You said top 3?
Top 3.
2003.
If I say it, you're going to know it.
No, wait. 2003.
These are right.
Big Ben.
No, Big Ben was 04. And Wentz actually started. See, Wentz did actually start week 1. I went back and looked at it. He started that season. In 2003, the first overall pick was Carson Palmer for the Cincinnati Bengals. And do you know who started over Carson Palmer?
Oh, Carson. I thought Carson came in starting.
Mm-mm.
No? Who did he back up?
John Kitna was actually the starter. So Carson Palmer is the only quarterback drafted number 1 overall to not play a single snap his rookie season. The only quarterback ever. He didn't play a single snap. And we see how well it worked out for Carson Palmer, but how well did it work out for the Bengals that year? The Bengals went 8-8, second in the AFC North, and did not qualify for the playoffs. So right now we have 2 teams that have used the same formula the Patriots are using right now, and both have not qualified for the playoffs. Well, let's look at the third team. Nate, I'll give you a hint. It's from 2020 to from present day. There's one team that drafted in the top 3 and ended up making the playoffs with this draft pick. You know it.
Wait, they made the playoffs with their draft pick?
They went to the NFC Championship the next year.
He was top 3?
No, not Tua.
Oh, it wasn't Tua. We talking about NFC, Jack, not AFC. What's the NFC Championship? Top 3?
These all quarterbacks were used with the picks.
Top 3 NFC Championship.
I did this wrong. Hold up. I think I wrote the wrong year down. I wrote the wrong year. But regardless, same team. Yeah, they still lost the NFC Championship this year. It's funny.
Huh?
It's the same team, but they lost the NFC Championship back-to-back years. So the 49ers in 2021 NFL draft drafted Trey Lance 3rd overall. And their whole team was injured, basically. So they ended up starting Jimmy G for the 2021 season. Of course, you start Jimmy G. What has Jimmy G proven to do that would make you want to bench him? So the San Francisco 49ers actually are the best team. They went 10-7, lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship when the Rams went and won the Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. And that is the best team we've seen so far to use the method of starting their veteran when drafting a quarterback in the top 3. The 49ers did it the best. No, Burrow started, but
Burrow started.
49ers did it the best. But this was the thing. The 49ers didn't need a quarterback at 3.
No,
they just drafted one.
Drafted them, but the cool thing about it was I think that'll go down as one of the dumbest draft moves in history because you could have actually got a plethora of picks.
Oh, yeah.
From people because somebody was desperate for that number 3 overall pick.
And they could have drafted Trey Lance. What's Trey Lance doing now? Throwing 5 picks in a preseason game?
And he's like, he got demoted to quarterback number 3. He's because Cooper Rush got signed by the Cowboys.
The Cowboys signed Cooper Rush again? Yeah. Oh, and they made him the backup?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. They should have got Ben DiNucci.
No, but Cooper Rush came from the Cowboys, didn't he?
So did Ben DiNucci. Both of them had when Dak got injured a complete season one year and then a couple of games another year, and both of them played in Dak's place.